live again.
Okay. You're live.
You're live. Did we actually go live?
Well, it
We've
says
got people
7.
out there.
What?
What is going on, guys?
Oh my God.
Oh, Jen's out there. Jen, we are missing Dan right now because it took 2 of us to get online before. Can you guys hear us okay?
Mine's thinking, so hopefully I'm just thinking.
Your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting.
We've been called unstable before.
We're used to being
Alcohol. Where's the alcohol?
Make your today someday. We did make
There
it.
you are.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Harriet, this is the best we can do. So we'll just have to be okay.
I need a stronger drink.
We definitely need a stronger drink. You guys have spent the last 36 minutes waiting. I have spent the last 36 minutes pulling all my hair out. I actually had to put a hat on because I've got no more hair left. I'm trying to figure out how to get this thing going again. So, okay is always good, yes. Wow. Oh, I can't even imagine or believe how much trouble I had trying to get this thing going.
Cocktails all around. Dave's buying.
Oh,
That's right.
oh, mercy.
Oh, gee.
I have to open, and I have to open this. How do you just open it that way? Does it work? Oh, it does. Okay. Wow. For those of you that hung in there and stayed, thanks for staying. I drank everything that I had trying to get us back online again. I have no idea how long this is going to last, so we're just going to have to just go with it. So
yeah, if we lose you, sorry.
I have no more hair left that I can actually pull out and actually and get us back online again. So I think if we lose this one, we're just gonna. So let me briefly tell you what happened. Right at 6 o'clock. Okay, so you know we've been using our hotspot all day long. We've been streaming on it. We know what happened to the AT&T. It shut down. Could not get it back. So make your today someday. Wait, they're asking for
shades.
The shades.
The shades.
The shades.
Hey, we brought them.
We've got them.
We styling.
We do. There. I'm not sure if I can read the screen now or not. Right? Jen, yeah, thanks. I hope you guys had fun with family. We've missed you guys. You like those? Yeah, these were we got these as a
complimentary gift
from the casino,
you
which is down in the. I don't know if you can see it, right?
Yeah,
you can kind of see the corner of it right there. So we are lot docking at the Tuscanigi. It's a Tsugi Casino. Okay, so they used to be called Camel Rock Casino.
That would have been easier.
I can say that, but I can't say
Tsuki.
Here, wait, there. It's right on there. Can you guys see that? There.
Tsuki.
That's a. I don't know how you say that.
Tsuki. I don't know.
The old Camel Rock Casino that's in the new facility, the new place, about 3 or 4 miles on down the road. So
Crow's Nest said hi guys. Rodrigo and Debbie are here from Lake Chapala, Mexico.
Chapala, Mexico.
Yeah.
Lake Chapala, Mexico. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing down there. Hi guys. Jen, we miss you too. We had a great weekend with the family. I bet you guys did. All right, hopefully you're back home and ready to travel. So we're so happy for you guys. We missed you.
It's dark with those on.
It is. It is dark with those on.
The sun is just about to set.
Yeah.
So.
And we would show you the sunset, but there's a big water tank in the way of our sunset. So, oh,
my computer chat is slow. So
yeah, ours is really slow too. So I apologize. I don't know. We are home in Chewy. Yay! You guys made it home safe and sound. You're awesome.
Now you get to look forward to Kansas.
Oh, so we came across Kansas, and this is the way that Dan and Jen are heading back the way that we came. And we gave them the best advice that we could for where to stop and what to do. But Kansas is a lot of flat, straight, nothing. So,
what is it you say? You know what happens in Kansas?
we were in Kansas. You know what happened in Kansas? Actually, we had a tornado scare in Kansas. And before we got to Kansas, everybody was telling us, oh, you're out of tornado season. You don't really have to worry about tornadoes. Yeah. Guess what? Like 12, 14 miles away?
14 miles.
14 miles away from us. We knew there was trouble when the sheriff's department had their lights on going through where we were staying with the loudspeaker saying, tornado in the area.
Warning, warning.
So this was our first clue that we were not in a good place. But it turned out okay. We lost some covers over our slides.
Yeah.
We didn't actually get hit by the tornado, but it was exciting nonetheless. So
yeah, sort of. Anxiety producing.
Oh, so what do we have to talk about today?
We talked about talking about Thousand Trails.
Thousand Trails. So we were watching a motorhome experiment last night. Paul and Lorena, and they're getting ready to go to Florida, and they're experienced. I mean, these are experienced RVers with full timers. I think they've been on the road about 2 years, almost, maybe more. But they're going down to Florida, and they're hoping to use the Trails Collection Pass, and they're thinking they can go park to park in the Trails Collection. Now, I know we have the regular pass, and the half the time that we were down in Florida, we were able to use the Trails Collection going park to park because they hadn't fixed the loophole yet. Mm-hmm. So I think it will clarify that just a little bit. They have sewn up that loophole. It is no longer a loop or a hole. It is a very flat and very hard and fast rule for pass holders to use the Encore for the Trails Collection. You have to be 7 days out. It doesn't matter whether you use it a day or 14 days. You can't go park to park. You can't go from an Encore to 1,000 Trails back to an Encore.
And that's what we started out doing.
That's what we
from one to the other.
Yeah, this was before they cleared up the loophole. We'll just call the loophole.
No, you can't.
No, we are about halfway through Florida. They closed that one up, and so now I don't know how it is. And Dan and Jen, you guys might comment out there, but the way it is for pass holders like us, we have to be out 7 days. It doesn't matter whether we use it a day or 14 days. Now I don't know if the full memberships can go park to park using the Encore and the Thousand Trails. Um, so
Possibility.
yeah, but I think Paul and Lorena are pass holders. I don't think they have the big
I'm
membership.
not sure there.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on that.
So Crow's Nest said, big retirement community here at the lake. We are headed back to Colorado on Thursday to start our first ever 6-month trip. Total newbies, Lord help us.
Love it. Congrats to you guys.
So that kind of segues into another topic we were thinking about discussing. Is that some RVers out there know their rig top to bottom, everything about it.
Yeah.
And some of us know some, and some of us know nothing. Never be afraid to ask questions of somebody else. You can get lots of advice from the RV community out there. Everybody has been so helpful.
Yeah, there's no dumb questions. So we all full timers, all full-time RV travelers, we were new in the beginning. We had to learn this stuff little by little. And the biggest advice we can give you is when something isn't right, when something isn't working, something isn't, you're not quite sure on it, there are no dumb questions. And we have yet to have any RVer say, that's a dumb question. No.
You don't know,
you don't. The RV community in general is really helpful. And all you have to do is ask. And chances are you're going to get 5 different answers, but maybe 3 of them are the ones you need. Okay. They're not always the correct answers, but I can tell you that you generally can figure out what it is. The other one is knowing your rig.
Yeah, learn it.
Learning your rig there's a learning curve there, and we, not necessarily us. Thankfully, I was kind of in the coach for about a year before we went full time. So I kind of got to learn all the ins and outs of it. And I would say that's a big one is before you travel off into the wild blue yonder, spend some time, a good quality time in the coach, and make sure you learn all the functions of the coach before you run off too far away from civilization. But we have run into coach owners who didn't even know how to operate the TV. And the old saying is happy wife, happy life. If you can't even run the TV in your coach, how do you think you're going to make your spouse comfortable and happy? Am I right on that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So definitely learn all the functions of your coach, and that includes the water systems, the electrical systems. Granted, you're not going to be able to learn it all, but the major ones, uh, really important, to know all the major. How do you service the batteries? That's the biggest one that I've seen people miss.
Take care of them.
If you can buy brand new batteries, but I promise you, if you don't take care of those batteries in 6 months, you're going to be out about $1,000 worth of batteries. And all it takes is knowing how to service your batteries, take care of them, fill them up with water. Um, don't assume that a shop, when you get a lube and oil filter, they're going to check your battery levels on. They may check it, they may not. And I know of a couple people who had burnt up their batteries simply because they didn't know that they were supposed to add water to it, and they thought that the oil shop would add water to them. No,
not necessarily.
So this is just part of it. Is learn your coach, learn the different functions of the coach.
So Jen says with their membership, they can go from 1,000 Trails to Encore and 1,000 Trails to 1,000 Trails. but cannot go from encore to encore without 7 days out.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
the encore thing.
Now, I didn't catch that. Can you go
They can go from Thousand
Thousand Trails
right into an encore,
right into the encore?
and Thousand Trails to Thousand Trails
Right.
easily. But the encore to another encore,
No.
they require the week out.
And you're the same as us. If you spend any time in an encore, you have to be out for 7 days. It doesn't matter whether it's a day, 4 days, or 2 weeks.
Right.
You got to be out for that 7 days. So, Joe, the computer guy, I didn't miss the whole thing. No, you didn't, Joe. I'm glad that you're here.
We could have used you.
We could have used you. It actually took us 36 minutes getting signed on tonight. So, oh, it was a
Yeah.
mess. It was a mess. But we're glad you're here.
Oh yeah. Yep, there is no dumb question. That is wonderful, but yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to learn, you need to ask.
Yeah.
Or YouTube is a wonderful place to figure out
Oh
how
my
to do things.
gosh. YouTube
There are
is a
videos for
wealth of information.
Everything. I mean,
Yeah.
everything.
Or ask me.
There
Just
you go.
ask me. I'll give you at least some advice. I don't know if it's going to be correct, but I'll fill you in. Mhm.
He knows a lot. He does almost everything. Fix it on the coach. So
I
you can
can't.
joke about it, but he knows a lot.
So in my former life, I was a handyman, general contractor. I did remodels, repairs on homes and residences, not necessarily motorhomes. Um, I can tell you that going out on the road, um, you really need to have a basic skill set of being able to fix even just little things. Um, Replacing carpet on the stairs, replacing the lights at the stairs. I could literally go from the front bumper all the way to the back bumper, and I replaced the rubber on the mud flap. You know, the big chrome shiny says Holiday Rambler. Well, the rubber actually ripped. I had to replace that.
Maybe we scraped it off a time or two.
I was
That was
able.
me.
It wasn't her fault. I was able to replace the mud flap for a case of beer.
Yeah.
All right. But if I would have had to pay to have that done at a shop, it would have been 600 to 1,000 would be my guess.
Yeah.
So, just having a basic set of skills is really necessary. It's no different than your house. You're not going to hire somebody to come in and replace light bulbs. You're not going to hire somebody to come in, and unclog the drain or free up the garbage disposal. You got to at least know how to do these little things because they will cost you a fortune. If you,
Nickel and dime you.
it really will. Basic shop rates, $130 to $140 an hour. I can't even tell you the countless hours I've spent to go.
Joe said, "We'll work for beer." Good to know.
Joe, you're on. I promise you, you probably are going to get the bad end of the deal on that. Oh, perfect. Crow's Nest says the former life hubby was an aircraft mechanic. Don't know how much that will help. I didn't notice. From being a handyman to moving into an RV full time, I didn't know how much that was going to help. You know what? You have a basic knowledge of how things work. That will get you far. Just that alone.
Yeah,
So.
True. Very true. So Jen wanted to know if we were enjoying the warm weather and the cacti.
We are enjoying it. I don't know if you can see. I have my shorts on. We both have our shorts on. We're sitting outside. Although Karen put a sweatshirt on, she's the lightweight of the group.
Yeah.
I just tell her to drink more alcohol. It'll feel better.
Warm up.
But we heard in Bend, Oregon, where we're from.
My God.
We saw the Facebook pictures today. You guys are getting snow. First snow of the year. Oh,
Montana got dumped on.
yeah, they're calling for feet of snow in Montana.
Yeah.
So,
And we got sunshine.
Joe, I am too. Joe, the computer guy, says I'm a jack of all. 2 years, my friend, he got me through a lot. So there you go. Jen says it was 90 when they landed. Up in Denver? That's amazing. That is so nice.
And not humid.
It snowed in Reno yesterday.
Oh my God.
Oh. That just seems so wrong.
Run quickly.
So if you're thinking about going full time, these are the things that you can look at and go, "Oh my God, I'm glad we're not there." All right.
You have wheels. Move.
But only because we put our time in. We spent 30. Bend, Oregon is a ski town, and there was snow there regularly for 30 years. I put my time in, and I miss Bend. I miss my kids and my grandkids there, but I don't miss the snow. So we have been on a no snowflake policy for 2 years.
2 years.
And we're sticking to it.
Ain't doing it. No.
We're sticking to it.
Oh God.
Oh, Southern Cali had 3 days of rain and now calling for 45 tonight. Oh my gosh. Oh. That's just not
Warm.
right.
I mean, warm. Must have.
Who's that? It's scrolling. Make your today someday. Snow crazy. Yeah, we agree.
Not doing it.
Ooh, Joe's heading to Florida next Monday. Joe, Dan and Jen are going to be there in Florida. You need to hit them up.
Yeah.
Dan can use some computer help.
We needed Dan's help. What do you mean?
Well, so what else did we have? We had the 1,000 trails. So if you have 1,000 trails questions, definitely ask them. There are no dumb questions when it comes to that.
Right.
I can tell you we can't answer all the questions because last I heard there was over 300 different types of memberships on the used market, and I don't even know what they're offering on the new market. But in a basic sense, we know how, for the most part, the trails collection works and the 1,000 trails work. So if you have a question about 1,000 trails, don't be afraid to ask it. We'll be happy to answer it. We actually love 1,000 trails. Been a member of 1,000 trails for about 4 years.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what I'd do without them. That it really is, kind of a lifesaver. Although we haven't used them for the last 90 days.
We will be back.
We will be back, yes, sometime in late October.
Well, we've heard rumors that there are people out there that are afraid that it's like a timeshare.
Yeah.
It is nothing like a timeshare.
Yeah, no, it really is not. And we can't stress that enough. I think timeshares have scared so many people that the minute they hear 1,000 trails, they think timeshare. That's it. Nope, can't do it. And they are totally shut down to that. And all I ask is that you look at it with an open eye and read and look at that again, because I can tell you our experience over the last 4 years, and I have had to separate a membership, cancel a membership, start a membership, cancel another membership, and I can tell you that you're not going to have the kind of problems that you would have with a typical timeshare.
No.
Doing that. It just, so, it really is pretty straightforward. And I know what it is. It's a sales tool for 1,000 trails. We go to these different 1,000 trails and we see these park models and these places where you can actually buy a place. Well, I think Thousand Trails and Encore in general, this is a lost leader for them. Their intent is in hopes that someday you're going to decide to leave the road, buy a more permanent place at one of the parks, and by the time you've traveled to all of them, you'll have a pretty good idea of where you want to end up at. And this is a a sales tool for that. So, did you stop? Uh-oh, you're loading again.
Read some of the comments.
Okay. Joe's heading to Florida. Yes.
And he said, "Yeah,
Dan said no way he's gonna run away." Dale and Sherry, my brother and sister-in-law, are in the house. Welcome, guys. So glad to have you here. I did not know that was you. You're incognito tonight.
I know, you keep changing your name.
You keep changing your name around. I don't know how to recognize you.
Next exit says, "We love our Thousand Trails. Just landed in Whalers Rest this afternoon. All we need now is some sunshine." Well, good luck with that on the Oregon coast.
We love the Oregon coast. Oh my God, congrats there, guys. But yeah, it's going to get cold there, so don't plan on staying there. You need to be headed south here pretty soon. So, Whalers Rest, and I have not updated our intro video, but on our original page, you'll see those sunsets and the ocean scenes. That's all Whalers Rest. That was done while on a stay at Whalers Rest. So, and it was the very first editing that I had ever done.
So Crow's Nest, they bought the Thousand Trails regular membership, wondering how hard it will be to make reservations if we wait until the last few days or a week out.
Good question.
Be down there, maybe we'll run into
Yeah. Now, if you're going down to Arizona and you definitely want to stay at RV parks, invest in the Encore
Trails collection.
The Trails collection.
There's lots of Encores.
Yeah, and they'll give you lots of. And we're actually going to go to that one. It's in Camp Verde Valley, Cottonwood, Arizona.
It's called Verde Valley and it's Cottonwood.
Okay.
I had to catch up with what you were saying versus what people are saying.
Yeah, that's the only Thousand Trails, and that one is really hard to get into. So definitely make your reservations as soon as possible. The only caveat to that is I would say that anytime that you're trying to make a reservation at Thousand Trails or Encore and you're having trouble, call them up on the phone, because many times we haven't been able to make a reservation. I've been able to call them up on the phone and they've been able to fit us in somewhere. Tell us what days are open, when we could get in. So definitely, if you're not able to make that reservation online, call them up, and they are really helpful at getting you in there. So,
Jen, if you're still out there, bye, good night. They said their internet just gave up the ghost.
we can relate. Back. Bye, Jen. Dan, Jen, you guys have a good night. So, all right.
Crow's Nest has the Trails collection.
Awesome.
Valley Verde, Cottonwood, yes.
Yes, yeah, and we love that Trails collection. We are using it actually when we leave Albuquerque. So next week we're going to Albuquerque, and we're going to go to the Balloon Fiesta, and we're going to be there for the entire thing. So our next live stream will be from there. And then from there, I haven't decided whether we're going to Benson, Arizona, or we're going to Show Low. We have reservations for Show Low, Arizona,
weather dependent,
and Sedona or Cottonwood. And that's really going to depend on the weather. If it's bad, we're going south. And that's kind of the beauty of this life is.
So, DC Transmitter 29, come back to New Hampshire. Frost advisory.
Oh my gosh. No. Love New Hampshire.
That was great, but
Yeah.
not going back for
But
sure.
no, this time of year, although I bet your leaves are turning,
Oh, that's
so
beautiful.
it's
Yeah.
got to be gorgeous.
Yeah. Next exit. Hi, Joe. Shame on you. Headed to Florida. Who will be down in Southern California in just a week or two, looking for some
Some sunshine.
sunshine.
Amen. Joe, we'll be down there too. Now, we're going to kind of bounce in between Quartzsite, Yuma, San Diego, Palm Springs. So definitely stay in touch.
Yeah, definite agreement with calling Thousand Trails. Great customer service.
Mm-hmm.
Good advice. Yeah, call them up, see what they can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe.
Oh, he's talking to the next exit.
Yeah, right. It's going
Yep,
to be
yep.
in Oregon next summer-ish.
So
in
will we.
Yellowstone.
Yes.
We'll be back in Oregon next summer.
Yep. We'll be back in Bend. That's our home base, and we'll be back in Bend next summer, and possibly over on the coast.
Transmitter. The leaves are falling down already. Emma will have a giant pile of leaves to play in soon.
Awesome.
Love her
Awesome.
haircut.
Yes.
It's so cute. Quiet.
Ah,
chirp.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, we've 7:07. Your newest nephew is tuning in with us.
Well, so we have family showing up. I've got my nephew showing up, my brother and my sister-in-law are here, and newest what would that be? My great niece. What would Ray's daughter be to me?
Little Rex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. How does it all work?
I don't know.
Nephew's daughter.
Yeah, nephew's daughter. How does that work? I don't
Niece?
know. Great grandniece.
No.
Oh
No.
no.
Yeah. Gosh, it gets complicated.
Yes, it does. What else do we have to talk about?
We pretty much covered everything, unless you want to go into, I don't know, TV shows, stuff we watch, anything like that, personal.
Yeah. So if you guys have questions, shoot them out there, and we'll answer them as best we can. And but otherwise, that was all the topics that we had for tonight.
Great niece? Question mark.
No, next exit. It did not.
What's that?
Did it start on time? 4 times. 4 times now.
You're funny.
We have tried to start a scheduled event. One time it has worked. And the last time it happened, I thought we had it. And this time, no luck. I don't know what it is, but even Dan, I had Dan last time to help me, and we thought we had it figured out. No, it didn't. And on top of that,
we had a weak signal.
Our AT&T, our signal for our data totally dropped off. It's precisely at 6 p.m.
At 6 o'clock.
Because we were using it all the way up until that time with no trouble. So go figure that one. Operator error. I'm sure of that, Joe.
36. Where was Joe when we needed him?
Yeah.
No kidding. Operator error.
Do we enjoy boondocking, RV parks, or a mix of both? So we covered this on the last one, and I will say that she and I both are in complete agreement. We love our boondocking. Mm-hmm. Even the lot docking where we're at now, it's getting darker here. We're at a casino, and the boondocking just allows so much more freedom, honestly. We do enjoy the hookups. We enjoy
Thousand Trails.
Yeah, water and power and dump.
The pool, the hot tub.
Yeah, and we are looking forward to getting back to that. But really, we love the freedom of being out in the desert. So we're here in New Mexico. We are finally back in our element, um, and we just prefer boondocking all the way around better. My attention is grabbed because we've got traffic going by.
So you can kind of see the cars back there.
There is a highway that goes right by over here, I think, and so every now and then something goes by. We're kind of looking over there to see what that is. So before you guys, now this is the bad thing about boondocking. Occasionally, and this is the first time it's happened to us, but literally as we are trying to get signed on, somebody video bombed us in their vehicle, drove behind us.
I was just going to mention that.
Parked down at the end of the RV,
right
and then holding his shaver, his electric shaver in his hand, came walking over and asked if he could borrow our plug-in so that he could shave. I can't.
We're like, dude. We're live streaming.
We're live streaming. Luckily, you guys didn't see it. It's the most odd thing that we've ever had asked so far.
He had a job interview down at the casino.
Is that what did he say that?
Oh. He wanted to shave before he went down. Oh my gosh.
Oh. So I'm glad that you missed that, but it was quite comical for us. We're live streaming here. How much solar do we have on the Endeavor? We have 380 watts, and we really wish we had about 600. I think the 380 does okay. Yeah, it's done okay. We still have our generator. In fact, I had to turn the auto gen start off on the coach so that the microphone is about 5 feet away from the generator. So we had to make sure that was off and it didn't come on. But 380 watts of solar, you definitely need solar. And I would say at a minimum, 300 watts and as much as really as you can afford. You're not going to regret it, I think. The only thing is you have to have the batteries to absorb the power. So don't forget that your solar is directly related to your battery bank, and the two should be upgraded at the same time. So 960 watts, yeah, that's good wattage right there, and 600 amps of lithium, yeah. Now we are having battery troubles, so we're hoping to take advantage of some good deals at the Big Ten event in Quartzsite. So I don't think there's any problem with them getting us by until we get to Quartzsite. But
we'll just limp along until we get there.
Yeah, but we saw some good deals the year before last, so hopefully we can find the good deals this time. And so we're definitely hoping to put in. I'm hoping to get us up to 600 amp hours of flooded cells. We don't have a lot of money to throw at lithium. I wish we did, but lithium brings its own problems too. So we'll probably go with the flooded. I don't mind taking care of them. So Joe, the computer guy, says computer guys fix that stuff too. Multitasking. All right. It's called multitasking. Get used to it. That's what we do now. So,
this year's date for the event?
I have not looked. It's usually the end of this. No.
First couple weeks in January.
First couple weeks in January. Yeah.
We just know we're going to be around for that. We haven't really actually saw the dates.
Yeah, we're going to be out there for Thanksgiving. So we'll be out there for a couple weeks during that time. and then we'll probably go down to Yuma
Yuma.
or Parker and hang out there for a couple weeks, and then we'll be back for the Big Ten event in January. So I know a lot of people don't like it. It's fun. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I thought it was great.
Something to go see.
Lots of stuff. If you need little knick-knack things or, little anything, they have everything there. So
AGM batteries make your today 7. Yeah, absolutely. AGMs would be better. If I can find a good deal on AGMs, I'll be doing that. So, Crow's Nest, you're going to be down there. Awesome. Stay in touch with us. You can stay in touch with us on here on our website and our village. So if you're on,
village,
if you're on our village, definitely look us up and friend us. So we love meeting people. So when we generally get to places, we are socializing and meeting with people. So definitely hit us up if you're going to be in the Quartzsite area. We're going to be there off and on from November till probably about February.
Yeah.
So January 18th, I think, is when the Big Ten event.
Okay.
That's when we're coming down to meet you guys. Awesome. Yep. So you know better than I do because I haven't even looked it up this year.
Hey, we'll be hanging around no matter what.
Everybody has a different take on the Big Ten event. We like it, but there is a lot of junk. I'll admit.
True.
But there is a fair amount of other stuff there, including manufacturers that are servicing their stuff. Blue Ox is generally there for tow bars. I've got some. I want them to take a look at our tow bar, even after the last tow bar problems we had. I know there's some little things that they can fix on there. They usually run for a week or two there during that time, and a lot of manufacturers are there. You just have to know how to find them. So we're going to be taking advantage of that while we're there. Crow's Nest, you are on our village. I'll look. Yep, it's our endeavor. Just say hi, send us a friend request, and let us know if you don't go by the same name on our village. Let us know who you are so that we can watch for you.
Yep.
All right.
We really enjoy meeting people and hanging out with our happy hour.
Yeah.
And we're not like Dan. We don't run away.
Don't say that. Don't.
Joe said it.
So,
Dan, we love you.
Yeah, we do. We love you guys. It's the introvert in Dan that's coming out. So, by that sense, he comes by it honestly. We do happy hour every day. So our happy hour with you guys every Sunday, that's just one day a week. That's kind of sad to me. Because no, we really do. Don't try to contact us before 5:00. But 5:00, if we're around, bring your chairs. BYOB. I'm not gonna liquor you up. All right. But come on over. Have a chat. We generally sit down from 5:00 till about 7. Yeah. And anybody and everybody is welcome. And we have found so many people come over. Once we tell them that, it's like, yeah, just come on over. We
pop in.
Yeah, we generally sometimes we have a crowd.
So, it can get fun.
And we love it. We love it.
Yeah.
Dan is wonderful. Crow's Nest is saying Dan cracks me up. He's a teddy bear. He really is. We love those guys. They're like they are family to us.
Yeah.
And
so we can joke with them.
Yeah. And he really is an amazing person, and Jen is too.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, really love those guys. Dan, Joe, the computer. Dan is my brother from another mother on another coast.
I love it.
Joe, we have to meet you. All right. Well, whenever you get to Quartzsite, we need to get together.
Or up in Oregon.
Yeah, or Oregon. Yeah.
If you're gonna be up there, sure.
AM or PM. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Next exit, we'll do. Next. Oh no, just talking about happy hour. No.
Not AM.
If you're talking about happy hour, okay, we are in that sense. Yeah, 5 a.m. would probably. Although I'm usually up, but yeah,
that's coffee time.
Yeah, that's generally coffee time. So, but 5 p.m. to about 7 p.m. And if you've ever been camped around us or seen us, we're sitting outside. We take advantage of the sunset. We stop and enjoy it every day. And so that's when we say that's our social time. You want to come by and say hi? Absolutely. Bring a chair. So.
All right, babe. It's getting dark.
All right. It took us a long time to get on, and we are so glad that you guys hung around. I don't think anybody has any more questions, but we're going to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is just south of us here, next week, and we're going to be there for 2 weeks for the Balloon Fiesta. We're not going every day, but we are going to take advantage of the mornings and the afternoons, and we're going to be doing our live events. And believe me, if there's a way that we can time our live events with some of the events that are happening there so you guys can see some of the balloons in the back, yeah, that would really be awesome. Wouldn't that be cool to see balloons going in the background? So if we can do it, we will do it.
You know, we always have difficulties.
So the balloons may already be gone by the time we actually get on, but at least we tried.
We tried.
We tried. So, hey, Crow's Nest, we're so glad that you could come by. We really do enjoy it. We really do enjoy it. So, margaritas and white Russians, wouldn't it? Oh, nice job. Nice job.
Love white Russians.
Thanks, DK. See you again. Make your today someday.
DNK? We're DNK.
Yeah, I don't know. Thanks, DNK. Oh, Dan and Jen.
Last time it was Dan and Karen.
Dave and Karen. It is Dave and Karen. Oh my God.
Jesus.
I've never referred to as DNK.
We are now DNK.
We are outside DNK. No, we can't. We can't steal that idea. No. Joe, our village name is really easy to remember. Our Endeavor, all one word. We have the same name on there as we have on here. Definitely look us up. Definitely send us a friend request. If you don't have the same name on there, make sure you let us know who it is that's friending us, so we can say hi and know that's you. So, Crow's Nest, good night.
Night, guys.
Nice crowd here. It really has been great. It really has been great. We're going to wrap it up a little bit early just because we got on so late, but we are so glad that you guys hung in with us.
Thank you all for sticking around.
Yes. Next exit, good night. Joe, the computer guy, good night. So glad that you came by. Make your today someday. Thank you for coming by. I think that's my bro.
Yeah.
That's my bro.
Quit changing your name.
We love it too. We love it too. Joe, the computer guy, says love the happy hour.
Awesome.
So we you know, it is so hard to edit videos and get them uploaded, and it takes hours upon hours upon hours. But these are fun. They're straightforward. We get to talk with you directly. We really enjoy it.
Questions, talk with you.
Yep.
So much fun.
Imagine Travels. You have a good night too. Thank you for stopping by. You say hi. You know, interject some questions there. Cosmic Mermaid and Starman.
Oh
my God, how are you guys doing?
Didn't know
Oh,
you were
we
watching.
met them in Arizona,
we
I
did.
think. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We're going to
Again,
be back down in Arizona.
yeah.
I don't know if you're going to
Hopefully
be
we'll
over
run
that
into
way.
you. Hopefully we'll run into
Next
you.
exit. Good night. Good night.
Night. Okay.
All right. Good night, guys. So glad that you came by. See you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Oh my God, Cosmic
What?
Mermaid and Starman are in Albuquerque for the Balloon Fiesta.
Oh, wait.
Oh, definitely have to
We need
say
to
hi.
find
We're going to be
you.
there next week, so definitely hit us up, and
Yeah.
and we'd love to see you guys again. So, all right, guys, this time I'm really going to do it. Better to remain
Press the button.
silent and be thought of. Not at all. Imagine Travels. You're awesome. Joe, see you next time. All right, guys. What?
Hit the button.
Hit the button right there. Ah, there.